Her forehead is insane.
No way.
This is insane, bro.
Nah, she got the Derek White.
Derek wig. Oh. She got on a Derek wig. Bro, that's so nasty though. Because, nigga, I've never seen them try to make it so blatant that somebody got on a wig. I don't like this.
I don't even want to look at this. Yeah, I feel you. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but
No, I don't want to be this. She was making some good points, but it's
don't
just
it,
like,
bro, my fault. But don't it look like it's floating off the back? Like it don't even.
bro,
You know what I mean, bro?
you're trying to get her shit out of there on live TV, bro.
Hey man, say man, what's good, y'all? Big Kev here coming at y'all with another one, man. And I'm back. I know it's been a little minute. I ain't gonna cap. Had to take a little break from the internet. Worked on my album, man. Did a lot of things. But before I get to this video, I do want to say long live the homie Charlie Kirk, man. Bruh, he ain't deserve to get murked, you feel me? Now I ain't no black conservative, but I'm a black empath, you know what I mean? And like I said, but anyways, man, we got a crazy video, bro. We got FaZe back in the. We can't seem to stop hearing about FaZe, man. But this is all good. This is like the Cat Williams, you feel me? Everything's coming to light. We're gonna really understand what's been going on. Cause I've been peeping. Cause let me tell y'all something too, right? Before I get into this, I'm 26 years old. I've been rocking with FaZe since I was probably like 11, 12, bro. So all these people, I know them in here, in the heart, man. I know these niggas really well, man. A lot of them, not these new niggas, but no disrespect to the new niggas. I'm just saying I don't know y'all, you feel me? But the OGs, I crash out about them. But we hearing a lot, and it's been a lot going on. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. Shout out Bando for this video. Thank y'all for all the support. We on the road to 500. Let's keep it going.
2024 with the whole new revamped version of the organization. But while 2024 seemed to be a great year for FaZe, 2025 has been nothing but nonsense thus far for the entire organization, with the newest allegation made by former member FaZe Ring being the worst possible thing that has happened yet.
I swear to God, I put myself under the bus instead of them. I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a fucking pedophile involved too, bro.
I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and to that my name is in the same breath as the word file is so sick, twisted, and insane.
But what exactly did Rain say? Who is the person he's accusing, and how is this whole...
Yeah, let me tell y'all something. I ain't seen Tommy in a minute. I guess I don't know if they still been streaming them, but I ain't seen Tommy in a grip. Banks, I mean, obviously Banks been hiding after that crypto stuff, but they both came out expeditiously. Shout out my dog A10. Hey, I just see he came back too. Shout out to homie A10. But man, they just expeditiously came out because this has to be new, because I'm just not hearing about this. I mean, like I said, I have been chilling, but
whole situation just very terrible for everyone involved. Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Trap House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description.
Hold on. My fault, buddy. Let's show some support.
To join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into how this FaZe situation just keeps getting worse. Okay, so to start, I'm not trying to waste too much of y'all's time, so I'm not going to get into the whole history of FaZe Clan and things like that, which I usually do in my videos. And plus, by now, many of you probably know about the whole history of FaZe Clan anyways. So instead of doing that, we're just going to get straight into all of the nonsense that's been going on with FaZe over the year. So first, we have the FaZe Bank situation that took place back in July, which started because of Twitter DMs getting leaked of him blaming Aiden Ross for being the reason that crypto coin had failed, which then led to him and Aiden getting into a little back and forth on social media. And while that situation didn't really go too far between the two of them, the internet would use this opportunity to completely tear Banks down, calling him things like a crypto scammer. And the initial reaction to all of this was so bad by social media that it would even cause FaZe Banks to not only step down as the CEO of FaZe, But he will also announce via Twitter that he was going to be taking an indefinite break away from social media as a whole. So shortly after all of that took place, it would carry over into the Blackboy Max situation that took place in August, and this is when the popular streamer, who was also a very key member of the whole revamped FaZe clan that came together last year, would end up taking to Twitter to randomly announce his departure away from the clan just after an entire year of seeing a lot of success within the organization. Now this led many people to believe that it was just all jokes and trolls. I mean, it's something that FaZe does a lot. They always joke about kicking members or people joke about leaving, so at first people didn't really take it too seriously. But once Max went live later on in the day, it would become very clear that all of this was in fact a real thing.
Yeah, I was hearing Echo, my bad, but yes, I'm leaving FaZe. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving FaZe, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, embark on my journey and work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make FiveStar the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working. To all my FaZe bros, like this changed my life. You feel me? And no love is lost at all. Like at the end of the day, these the bros. You feel me? I link with the bros. I'll still link with the bros. But it's just time to do what I got to do.
Now, to this day, no one really knows exactly why Max made the decision to leave FaZe, but now it's starting to seem like he made the right decision. And even now, with everything going on, Max still hasn't given us an official reason as to why he left. But over the course of the last few weeks, he has dropped little hints from time to time, basically acknowledging the fact that he wants to build himself and his own brand, rather than just growing FaZe clan for basically free.
I don't own FaZe. I don't own FaZe, gang. No ownership. I want to build something. If you're pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to make this FiveStar shit the biggest shit ever. And me, the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't f with these. That don't mean I won't f with these. That don't mean I won't do shit with these. I love them. They're my boys. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to do what I feel is right for me. And then when you see this shit work out down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say.
So with hearing all of this, you're probably wondering, how could any of this possibly get worse for FaZe clan? I mean, they lost their CEO, and then shortly after, they would lose one of, if not the most popular streamer at the moment within FaZe as well. Well, let's just say within the past day and a half, maybe 2 days, a lot has transpired within FaZe, specifically with a few of the OG members who we've all grown to love over the past few years. Now, before I get into any of this, I just want to say that it's important to remember that none of this is confirmed. Nobody is found guilty of anything yet. This is all just allegations made by the people involved, and I'm just here relaying the news to you guys. So now to get into it, this all started with Rain going on stream and beginning to talk about all of the reasons why he left FaZe clan, stating that he thinks it was time to let the world know the truth, and he would claim that the situation with FaZe was quote unquote bad, and that it even involved an active PDF being involved within the organization.
This is the craziest part, bro. I threw myself under the bus instead of them. I swear to God, I put myself under the bus instead of them. I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a fucking pedophile involved too, bro. That was the final straw, bro. That was the final fucking straw. And when I said, bro, not only did you guys fucking air me out, y'all motherfuckers sold me out, y'all gave me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I've been up over that pedo shit for like 2 years, bro. But I haven't said nothing about it.
And bro, let me go and add something to this, because too, when we all know when Rain went on his little tweak era, and it's kind of true. We was watching FaZe fall, and this is like the first time where we peeped like ain't no loyalty. This was like the Gunna and YSL situation where, like, I'm pretty sure Rain, even though he kept it a little cordial with them niggas, he low key peeped like, yeah, y'all really don't got my back, because it was just weird how it all happened. He crashed out, was doing drugs. Don't get me wrong, he did that to himself. Like I'm not gonna say they threw him under the bus because he was the one going live doing it, but we don't know where that stemmed from. You feel me? And what was really going on, because even Blaziken came out and said like it was a lot of stuff going on. Like a lot of members was actually down bad. You know what I mean? And they really was Rain was helping a lot of people, you feel me? And then when Rain was going through that same thing, he felt like nobody had his back. And when you go back and really look at it, it's kind of true. Like when they were trying to pull up on him, it wasn't really about no well-being. Like yeah, it was the guise of a wellness check, but they really was like, I don't know. They more was focused on what he was going to do. You know what I mean? It almost seemed like they were scared. Like, what's he going to say? You know what I mean? Like, don't say the wrong thing. And I guess since he had loyalty, you know what I mean? He always kept it loyal. But when you always like break the loyalty with someone, that's when they usually start blowing the whistle. You feel me? And I think that's what's going to happen now.
Grew up with somebody I always loved.
Now, at first, Rain never threw anyone specific under the bus at all. Instead, he spoke very general and said that he was going to do all of the exposing the next day on stream after he collected his thoughts. But that didn't go anywhere near as planned for him, because Banks, the CEO of FaZe, would abruptly make his return back to social media to clear his own name from these allegations, while also telling the world that Rain was referring to Tommy, also known as FaZe Temper. And he will also add that this was all part of a running feud that the two had gotten into in the past.
Spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck, talking about there's a pedophile at FaZe. I have to speak about it now because there's no shot I'm going outside like that. I'm not getting labeled any kind of predator, pedophile, not me, miss me with that shit. You're saying that FaZe Temper is a pedophile, which that is who he's talking about in the clip. I'm like, whoa. That's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him and I'm calling Apex. But Tommy and FaZe Rain had a conversation between themselves years ago. I might be misremembering it, but I think it was 3-4 years ago they talked about this. And that's how long these guys have been sitting on that for. So
now, this caught everyone off guard as this whole thing continued going more and more viral. Because for those of you that don't know, I'm pretty sure Temper is the one who literally started FaZe Clan as like a whole. Like, I think he's literally the founder.
And you know what? Let me say this too, because although technically Tommy is the founder, he technically isn't, because everyone knows it was what's his name, FaZe Clips, or FaZe House Cat. Even though don't nobody know who them niggas is, I'm gonna be the voice for them niggas today, you feel me? Even though I can't tell you not one clip them niggas hit, I can't tell you not one thing about them niggas, but them niggas made FaZe, you feel me? And that's one thing I will say. They the ones that made the logo. Actually, no. They kind of made the logo. They didn't really make the logo, but they inspired it. So, cause FaZe if y'all know, FaZe came from that the Batman Forever font. And pretty much that's all they did was just put a C behind the F. And that's where the new FaZe logo came from. But yeah, I do want to just mention that. So Tommy is kind of but Tommy's smart though. This was because people will wonder, well, if they started FaZe, how did Tommy become the founder? And a lot of people, if y'all weren't really popular or y'all weren't into the gaming stuff at that time, let me explain a lot to y'all. So a lot of people who would game would be like in high school, you know what I mean? Like, and eventually a lot of people have to grow up and they got to do things, you know what I mean? Like some of these people that got these good setups and stuff, they still got parents that are putting them in Ivy Leagues and stuff like this, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that was the case for these other FaZe people, but a lot of people grow up and they don't want to continue, you know what I mean? Or they can't continue doing what they was doing. Tommy was someone who saw the longevity. He saw the vision, and he essentially kept it going. Because what happened was, I guess the people, they were trying to grow out of it. They were like, you know, shit, I'm going on college interviews and this and that. You know what I mean? I can't bring this setup with me, this and that. And Tommy was probably like, nah, I'm not going to college. I'm about to put my all into this FaZe stuff, because he saw where it was headed. And that's one thing I will say. Even though he didn't start it, he had the vision. You feel me? That even the founders didn't even have. So that is something y'all guys always gotta keep in mind too. I'm not trying to throw my dog under the bus. You feel me? Shout out my nigga Tommy. But if he out here, I don't support what he got if he's doing some stuff though. But we gonna see.
Mention that this day and age, he's really the only one who isn't online as much anymore. Like, he doesn't really create content. He doesn't stream
and that's another thing I'm gonna let you know. That's the reason why, because he's older. He's a lot older. You know what I'm saying? Like he was around with the real founders who got old out of this shit. Like, I wonder how old the real founders is. Them niggas probably 38. You know what I mean? Like,
he literally just entered the whole next chapter of his life. He even has a wife and a kid now. But regardless, Rain would still end up going live later on today to confirm that Banks was correct and he was in fact talking about FaZe Temper. And with this, he will also give the exact detail of why he was accusing Temper of these things, even acknowledging the fact that Banks was also a witness in the call with them as well.
This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had two 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that? On my mother's heartbeat. That's what he said. He looked me in the eyes and he said that. I told Banks and I told Apex immediately. I even told Lee Trink. I have texts with Lee Trink from then. It was right before everything fucking blew up with the SPAC and FaZe went public and whatnot. I didn't even want to bring this up, Banks. I did it. I didn't even want to bring your name up in this, bro. But you made that video. I don't know if we're about to watch it a little bit, but it's just, you lied in that video. You're making shit up. Like you said, call concluded and Tommy didn't admit to it. Yes, he did. And you called me and you said, bro, this is so fucking bad. Okay, again, brother, he told me 2 16-year-olds, 3. Then on the call, he said, if I said it to sound cool. Do you remember him saying that? There's no way. There's no way. That's such a crazy thing to say.
Brain, I'm fried, brother. I honestly, like, I.
Okay. So then he goes in the call that we had after with me, you, Apex, Tommy, and he said it was 17-year-old. He admitted it, bro.
Now, all of this has started looking very bad online for Temper because these allegations started spreading like wildfire. Like, I see it all over my Twitter feed. I see it all over TikTok, and it has hundreds of thousands, if not millions of impressions. So obviously a lot of people are coming across these claims, which of course meant Temper had to return to social media to hopefully clear his name very quickly.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and to that my name is in the same breath as the word pedophile is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me. And I will never be that person. When you first brought this up a year ago, and I believe that you brought it up just for money purposes, that you wanted money out of FaZe. Like you stated that a year ago in the conversation with me, Banks and Apex. You stated if you don't get paid that, you're gonna air this out. That is blackmail. All I care about is my family, bro. Like my biggest concern is my family, my wife, and my kid. Now my kid has to grow up and see this, then see that his father is in the same, that my name is in the same light as what you just called me.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Tommy low-key to save himself, because even though I'm not, people gonna say, oh, now you just justifying it or whatever people gonna say. He didn't. Rain was just going off of what Tommy told him. You know what I mean? Tommy, he like he said, Rain, unless Rain really knows and has core evidence that Tommy was doing what he claimed him of doing, to label him that is kind of messed up. I'm gonna be honest with you, just because these are the same people who would use the N-word in Xbox Live. And I'm not gonna say Tommy and them would do that, but you know what I mean? I'm saying these are kind of people that do, like, I know Banks would, but I'm saying that's the stuff that, so they just say stuff, you know what I mean? So it does kind of seem a little different or weird on Rain's end. Unless we still got 5 minutes left. We're gonna see. But right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm siding with Tommy a little bit, even though I rock with Rain, but I don't know what Rain got going on right now. It seems he got something going on.
You don't even understand the levels of damage that you just inflicted into my life, into my family's life. I'm disgusted by your actions, by the person you've become. You haven't always been this way. You're a really nice kid. I don't know what happened, What got into you?
Now, while I don't agree with their approach that Temper chose to take, like throwing Rain all under the bus, saying this and that about him, to hopefully counter the allegations that were made, in my opinion, it's really the only thing he could do. I mean, unless he just decides to take legal action. I mean, what else could he really possibly do to make the internet say, oh, maybe he has a point? It's literally nothing. And apparently, Rain didn't really agree with this approach too much neither.
Zero accountability. I hate the person you've become. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. I'm mentally clearer than I've ever been in my life. I'm the most compassionate, most empathetic, most giving, most caring I've ever been in my life. You say, I can't believe you're the person that you've become. Yes, suck my. The f are you talking about, buddy? You want to do this bullshit? You want to lie? Okay, I'm gonna show you that, bro. I didn't want to do this at all, but now you're actually making me see red. I was sad and I was hurt for you in the beginning, and now I'm not.
Now, obviously, Temper is getting the most.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Rain. Because look, and I know this like y'all gonna think I'm hating. Rain is a legend. This is really one of my favorite. Like, I used to watch this nigga every single day, bro. But I think Rain's going through a lot because I've still been keeping up with Rain. If y'all still been keeping up with Rain, y'all peep them numbers is not looking Rain like. You feel me? And it happens to the best of us. But I think that may be what is sparking a lot of this from Rain. And I'm not saying he's clout chasing or nothing. I'm just saying it could be getting to him just of who he once was. And now him, you know what I mean, have to literally watch. Because, like, yeah, some of his videos don't be really touching the algorithm. I can tell because I know, like, when my videos touch the algorithm and when they don't. Be just based off of, like, the pure numbers that you get within your, like, time frames and stuff. But, yeah, I think it's just been a little... And it's not like he's been making bad content either. He's actually been going crazy. I'm actually been sad that to see them numbers on him, like, attached to him. It almost seemed like he getting blackballed, but who knows what's going on, man.
Hate online right now out of everyone involved, but there's been people giving Banks and even Rain some hate as well, because the internet feels like if all of this is true, why did they wait so long to say anything instead of just exposing him right then and there?
How long was that ago? Like, why do these guys know about this shit and they like it's just coming out now somehow? Like it's just like not like and why do that on the stream anyway?
Which is honestly a pretty valid question that Rain did end up responding to via Twitter, saying that he feels horrible and that he wish he spoke out sooner. But it was just hard to air everything out because of how much love he had for Temper. Now, I was planning to end the video there, but it seems like we have a new update in this entire thing.
Ooh.
And this is not only Temper responding to everything that's going on yet again, but this time he kinda admitted to the things that Rain accused him of. But according to Temper,
You know, I want to keep it going, but you know what I was getting ready to say, because I was about to be a devil advocate again. Now that they're just not sided, but just helped Tommy, because then I just started getting flashbacks to the first thing I was telling y'all about when Rain was tweaking with the perks and the lean, and Nikon and them pulled up. And no cap, I ain't gonna cap. I do gotta say this though, if y'all made it this far. Nikon a hoe for real, bro. I ain't gonna cap. That nigga Nikon a hoe. If you watching this nigga now, you know what you did back in like 2015 and them Black Ops 1 lobbies. I don't even know, I'm sorry, them Black Ops 2 free-for-alls. I don't even know why he get so mad, bro. Bro, Nikon used to always be on Black Ops 2 free-for-all. This man is not good. Like, he literally was not good. And every time any of us would kill last, he just tell us to kill ourselves, literally. And that's so funny, but yeah, what was I saying? Cause I used to be like, nigga, you an editor, you graphics design anyways. Like, how you gonna get this hot? You graphics design, bro. But he used to be getting hot, bro. No cap. And he used to try to hit you where it hurts too. Anyways, my fault. When they pulled up on Rain, I could tell like it was almost like they was trying to save face, bro. They was trying to get him to keep quiet. You know what I mean? And maybe this is what they was hiding, bro. Because now that it does seem a little sketchy. I didn't peep till XUC did put that in perspective for me. It looks a little sketchy when Banks knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But it seems like they're like, hey, like, we brothers though. You know what I mean? It's almost like they try to use the brotherhood against everyone. And Rain's like, nah, we ain't brothers no more. You know what I mean? So, but I think my fault, y'all. Let's keep it going.
for he didn't know the girl's actual age.
Being a fool. And then one day I go to New York and I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17, and that's the age of consent.
Hey, he not helping himself. I can't believe I just paused on that.
New York.
That's the age of consent in New York. If you don't shut your old ass, boy, you like 30s too, boy. But it's like, nah. But anyways, listen, let me tell y'all something too about people who say things like this, right? Because I'm 26, you feel me? Now, I'm gonna sit here and say, like, I don't know what would happen if cause I ain't never hit nothing young like that. You feel me? I never hit nothing definitely in no younger age. But this is one thing that when people say stuff like this, I know they be not capping. Well, I'm gonna say capping right here. You gotta low key give them some benefit of the doubt. But this is how I know niggas be capping. Cause listen, right? This is one thing people always say, oh, I didn't know. But here's one thing you always got to remember as a man, if you're a man, you know what I mean? Niggas know, you feel me? Because here's the thing, right? I know a girl is younger just based off of like, cause when you 26, it's different from when you're like 21 and you're around a 17-year-old girl. When you're 26 and you're around a 17-year-old, I instantly know because they a lot more one tier than a girl in your age category. You feel me? So that's how I immediately will know, just based off like how they are acting and this and that. I feel like he most likely knew, but he had his alibi already ready. You can see 21 plus. Oh, that's the age of, like, nah, nigga, you knew, gang. You know what I mean? I didn't know, you knew, nigga. We'll keep it a band with you. Let's keep it going now.
But regardless, I was sick to my stomach.
You lying at nigga? You I was sick to my stomach, guy, nigga. Man, all right, let's keep it going, though.
It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation. And that was it. And this allegation of me being called a pedophile is fucking insane.
But my fault. That's what I wanted to say too, because that's why you got to look at people like that a certain way, though. Because like how I told you, how you can always know. That's the reason why people don't know but act oblivious, because they like that feeling. Like I said, like that's how I always know the younger girls, because they like, for example, in a year I'm gonna be 27. You feel me? That's 10 years older than a 17-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas know that. Like, that's like being around damn near like just the way they are around a masculine nigga like myself. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna bring that out of them, but it's gonna be too much to where I know, like, all right, you not in my age, because I know how the way girls in my age act. You feel me? Because that's who I be around, and they don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So unless it's another nigga that's like 35, you know what I mean? Like that, and then you get, I can't explain it, but that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like,
anybody that knows me knows I am not a pedophile or even anything close to that, including Norton himself.
And of course, with Temper making this video and admitting to certain things, Rain also had to respond as well. And according to Rain, Temper never disclosed the fact that he was unaware of the girl's age at the time.
He had 2 different times to say he didn't know. He didn't tell us. He didn't say it on the call. He didn't say it in the original part. We talked twice. He told it to me. Right. He would have said it.
And the first thing he went to was, "Oh, Rain crazy. Look at who you've become." That's so funny. Then the next time came out. See, look, that's why you gotta watch the way you move. He wasn't moving right. He's not moving smart. And that's how I told you, I already done broke down how he was guilty, because you should have stood on what you said the first time. Then you tried to come clean. And then you had the alibi. You feel me? Like, nah, now we don't believe the alibi, nigga. We seeing through the alibi. A real nigga like me, I'm seeing through it, nigga.
Oh! Like, I didn't know. Like, he would have said that shit, but he never said that. He would have said it. He would have said it again and be like, bro, but I didn't know. Like, if he kept pushing that point, I didn't know, you know?
But as of right now, this whole thing is still ongoing and unresolved. So I'm sure this is going to continue to drag out over the course of the next few days with no real resolution. If anything, the internet's probably just going to choose to side with whoever they believe. And after a while, probably within the next few weeks, this whole thing is just going to blow over. We all know the internet moves extremely fast. And by next month, there's going to be something new to talk about. But that's just my personal opinion. And as you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's opinion. Be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this entire situation? Do you believe Rain? Do you believe Apex?
Apex, I'm dead. But yeah, shout out, bro. Let me know what y'all think as well. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna say, I think it was one of them things. This is what I'm gonna say to end it. It was one of them things where I think it's not as bad. I know people they're gonna cancel me, but I think him trying to act like he didn't know was the bad thing. Because for one, I'm here to say the nigga knew, and 17 ain't that crazy. I know he an old ass nigga, but I'm saying, I mean, 17, that's still on the cusp of, you feel me? I would never, but I'm not the one that's gonna knock somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, I truly wouldn't care, like. But anyways, with the Rain thing, I think Rain, he has a point to say it, but I think it is on some, it's still rooted through some kind of other thing. I don't think it's full, like, and because like people said, if it was really in his heart that he hated this, he would have been said something. So it got to be some other motive behind this. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we already broke it down earlier with the views. No disrespect to anybody, man. Shout out FaZe, man. I might make some more videos on FaZe. Matter of fact, I had a video I made a long time ago, but I'm gonna redo it. It was like the rise and fall, but that's messed up to say they fell because they really didn't fall. But it was after the fade. This is an old video. But anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for 348 on the road to 350. But we really on the road to 500, man. So let's go crazy. I'm finna go speed run Minecraft, and then we hopping on Clone Hero later tonight. Thank you guys for all the support. Big Kev, I'm out of here.